Yep.
Okay. I made this base to put my dual monitors, to get them up off the table, get them more at eye level so that you could see them a little easier. But with nothing behind them, they're kind of wobbly, and it'd be easy to walk by and catch a corner and knock one right off of the stand. So today I'm going to make some mounts to secure them to this little stand here so that they can't accidentally get bumped off. So I went to the hardware store and we bought some of these L brackets. These are okay. These are 1.5 by 5/8. They're just a standard L bracket like that. They're steel. They come with the screws. What I did was put them in vise and just used the vise grips to bend them over, more of a S shape, so that they'll sit up here and mount down to the bases of the monitors, kind of hold them secure. We just took some cheap paint, like Rust-Oleum or anything that you got that'll adhere to metal, and spray painted them so that they'll match nicely with the top of this stand and will kind of blend in with the base of the monitors. That way it won't stand out quite as much as that shiny metal would against the monitor. So now we're going to start marking holes to drill for the screws, and we can start securing these brackets down. Okay, we put some electrical tape on these. For one thing, I didn't want to really see the holes in the top, and for another, we don't want to mar up the plastic on the bases. So I'd basically wrapped electrical tape right down to the flat part here where it's going to be onto the desk, and that should keep us from getting any scratches or anything on the plastic if the monitors move around. So now we just need to set these where we want them and mark for where we're going to drill the holes so we can get the screws mounted in for them. Down, they're all screwed down to the platform. Looks pretty good. They're going to hold it pretty securely. The only thing I would have changed differently is when I measured the base on this one, I thought the bases were both the same. So I had actually bent them at the right height for this base, and as you can see on this one, there's a little bit of a gap. It wasn't quite as tight as the second one. I wish I would have bent them a little differently, but it's not going to matter because there's no way that thing is going to fall off there. The only thing I have left to do is I'm going to take a little bit of paint and like a Q-tip or a small brush and just cover over these silver screws so that it blends in a little bit better to the tabletop here. Otherwise the silver stands out pretty boldly. And we'll be done with them. Alright, we're done with the mounts. The screws have been painted and touched up now. As you can see, they kind of blend in a little bit better. Don't stand out quite as much on the black as they did when they were silver. Some people might ask why to paint them after you put them in. If you try painting them before, you're going to end up scratching up the paint and kind of tearing it up with a screwdriver trying to put them in. So it's a little better to put them in first and then touch the paint up. That gives you a lot nicer finish. For anybody else that might be interested in making a little table like that to put their monitors on, that is just a 1/8 foot 1x8 of pine that I picked up at the lumber yard for, I think it was like $7 or $8. And I just cut it into 2 3-foot pieces, one for the top and one for the back, and then cut 3 8-inch pieces out of the last bit of it and used them here for the legs for it. And then we took a hole saw and drilled a couple holes in the top for the cables to run through. And then, I don't know if you can see this underneath, we put one here and went over on the side there to run the cables out to the computer. The whole project was probably $10 to make, and it makes a huge difference. Gives you a lot more room on your desk. You can slide stuff under it. Now with the monitor secured on there, it makes a really nice base for it. Gets it up at eye level where it's easier for you to see, and something that a person can do in an hour or two's time and be pretty handy. Okay, well that's it for this project. Thanks for watching.